Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Minecraft video. As usual, my name is LeaderGrev, and this is World 2. And I did some stuff off camera, got blocks, lots of random stuff, not really important. Blink blonk, let's play some music. And anyways, what I want to do today is I want to finish this farm. I'm pretty much done with this bottom part, and I'm, for the most part, I believe, done with everything that's going on upstairs. Let's take a look. I don't have the wiring all set up in a really smart way, unfortunately, but whoops, okay. There's also really no way, there's no good way to maintain this and do maintenance, because everything is very claustrophobic in here and clustered in. But other than that, I think it's a good design. I think it'll reap a lot. All of this wheat, I don't even want to imagine how much wheat that's going to give me. Seeds, let's not even have that conversation right now, because seeds are a hassle. But anyway, to finish this right now, I think I'm going to set up this column of pistons, and I don't know if I have wiring down there. I haven't been here in a while. Let's see, how does the wiring apply? Oh, first of all, these are all sticky pistons, because I'm going to need sticky pistons to attach blocks. And let's see, is there any... Nope, no wiring down here. I don't know why I'd look underneath a block to see if there's wiring. That doesn't really make sense. Okie doke. So, what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be setting up pistons over here. I have 24 sticky pistons. I'm not sure if that's how much I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I definitely don't have enough. I need 40, I have 24. So as soon as I'm done placing these, I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna pick up some more. But okay, let's go. Ding dong. Boop, 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 boop. And I think I'll be doing, whoops, don't need you here. I think what I'll be doing is I'll be setting up, or not setting up, but decorating the whole place off camera. And just doing the building on camera rather, because the decoration, that's not stuff you really need to see. That can be skipped. I could set up a little maintenance shaft here, a ladder or something, and then have, I don't know if I could have a trapdoor going over here, but I guess that would work. Yeah, I could put a trapdoor over here, have ladders going up over here, and have something of a door. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna make an entrance to this, because right now it's all very open. There's no real system to how I'm maintaining this, whoa, wouldn't want to fall down there. That's not that big of a deal, but still, I'd rather not. Understandably so, you don't want to just fall into holes. Who wants to fall into holes? Hey, nobody wants to fall into holes. Unless that's your thing. If that's your thing, I'm sorry. No offense intended, but I'm not one of those who falls into holes. Alright, so we're gonna need some more pistons. Actually, I brought back I'm not gonna cut out for this part, because it's pretty simple. What I might be cutting out for is some small redstone stuff, because let me show you what I've got going on right now. The whole farm takes up this portion. A lot of the water, a lot of everything, a lot of the wiring. Oh, Jesus! How? No! Oh, gosh. Why? Oh, oh my God. I've had that problem before. I will be completely honest. I've had that problem several times already. Creepers destroying my wiring is a thing that happens all too often. And I don't know why. I don't know what's not lit up enough. But that just freaked me out. That would have been awful if my wiring got thrown off, because it would just make this episode that much more of a little mess. And actually, let me know if you notice any differences in lag from other episodes, because I changed the settings to fast. Personally, I'm not a person for fast graphics. I'm not really happy with the change. But tell me, is the change in video quality significant enough to keep it on fast? And just let me know. And I'm gonna have to, I want to see how I'm going to integrate this whole bottom section into the look of the rest of the area. Because right now it's sort of if I make a wall here, it makes everything else very claustrophobic. I'm used to having this very open, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing here. What I might do is I might turn this into more of a path, and have a path going like here. Maybe this, I'll extend this down and have a little room in here. Maybe a furnace room, actually, because I have furnaces upstairs, and furnaces even further upstairs, but those are really inconvenient to go up to constantly all the time, especially if I'm jumping between nether portals and stuff. I don't want to go back upstairs. Just speaking of which, this is a lot of the random stuff I picked up from my journey. But yeah, I could smooth this out, make it more of a like a pathway, and have something of an entrance here to the wiring. So it can be changed in the case of future updates. So I'm going to need a lot of room here to fit all the redstone wiring. Just to get these pistons working, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get the collection working, because this is where everything drops. It all comes here. And I'm going to need to make it so that it moves from here, or it moves from that center point, and comes out somewhere around here in a place that's convenient for me. Not sure how I'm going to do that, but it's going to happen somehow. Anyways, what was I going to do? Right, craft more pistons. I think I need 10 more? I wish I was more certain. Now I'm worried about creeper attacks. Like, that was not cool. That was just really bad. Not happy about that at all. What am I doing? Oh wait, do I have pistons in here? No. I do have slime balls. Slime balls are essential. Okay, let's just drop that in there. Drop that in there. Drop this in here, and drop this in there. Ta-da! Excellent. 11? Alright, I don't know if that's actually how much I need. I am hoping... I should have really counted, like, of all the things I could have done properly in this episode, that was, like, the simplest one. I like this disc. It's cool. What a great explanation. Actually, speaking of cool, very tangential reminder, but I actually applied for a program called Youth for Debate at my school, where I go around, or like we go around and we teach a curriculum of public speaking and debate, and I'm really excited because I got called back. So essentially they thought like, hey, you're pretty cool, we want you to teach, and a final like test thing is going to be happening on Wednesday. So that's exciting. I'm totally psyched for that. I want to do my best. I want to like I couldn't get my shit together for the debate team this year. Not because I tried out, actually. I didn't try out because I was having a really hectic, miserable weekend for a whole host of reasons, and I don't really want to get into that. But not a fantastic weekend. And then I had to have something ready for the debate team, and I was just like, I cannot do this. It will not be ready. It will not be good. And so the debate team is off for the semester, not a thing that's happening. And as some of you may imagine, the way I talk, the way I argue, the way I discuss things, you might think I like public speaking and debate, and I do, which is why the debate team thing was kind of a disappointment. But Youth for Debate, I was actually much more interested in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can go craft that. So I am psyched for callbacks. I'm just hoping I can pass this test properly, not fuck up. Just do work. Do work. Man, part of me wants to, like, fix this whole base. Finish it. Just finish the fight. And another part of me is just like, you know what? Go New Frontiers, man. New Frontiers. I've been thinking about the nether base I want to build, Falling Lava. I've been thinking about sketching that out in an upcoming episode, sort of how that's going to look, how that's going to work. And that's probably what I'm going to do in one of the upcoming episodes. I mean, I still want to build a blaze farm, nether wart farm, lots of stuff I want to build. Why did I just totally bypass the reason I came here? Brilliant. Alright, anyways, probably shouldn't waste arrows, but... Oh, wow. That was... We could just say that was slightly an amazing shot. But anyways, I'm going to be right back when I have the pistons ready and I'm building further. So I'll see you guys in a couple of seconds. Alright, folks. Anyways, I took the time, and more than just pistons, I built this little way up. I got rid of... There was a block right here, and it was really obstructing my path, and I didn't like it. I filled in the little blocks, or the blocks here that I needed. And now, and I hear a zombie, which makes me upset. Ah! Not good. What I want to do is I want to test out the reed farm. And we have a lever right here. And let's see. Let's see if this works. I wish I could like clear this out a bit more. I mean I could, but I don't really want to. So let's check it out. Hey! Out of my face. Okay. Okay, so I heard a lot of splish splashing. Of course we're gonna have to get rid of the edges over there. So far I see 3 that we've missed. Whoops. Oh, there are a lot over there. Not sure what that's all about. 5. Oh, wow. I'm not feeling this. Something about this isn't right. That's not good. Let's go see how much gathered at the bottom, and we'll see if we can just cut our losses and just take it from there. This isn't going to work this way. There needs to be another way to do this. Alright, anyways, let's go down and see. Yeah, and I think there's some bobbing on there. Anyways, we have 16 right now, and I see a lot just hanging around. Where's the wiring? The wiring is over there. Oh, and I think we have a slime in there. Okay, so 16, 57. So I got 41. I got 41. Let me think about how good that is. I think that's only like half of what I should have got. In and of itself, it's not bad. 41 for reeds, especially if I don't use them that much. That's not bad at all, but there are probably ways to make this a bit more efficient. Oh, and obviously one of them is going to be closing off these little gaps. I mean, I'm going to be putting glass over here, for example, and hopefully, like, these stragglers are going to be picked up because we're going to be using... actually, let me show you guys right now. Let's see how many more reeds we can get when we use the rest of the wiring, when sort of everything fits into place. And everything does its job. Alright. So let's 1 and 2. So that's releasing the water currents over here, and what that should do is sweep down other reeds too. Yeah, I saw reeds dropping right there. Anyways, that's a lot of loot. And I think we can close the water down. I think it'll all... I don't think any of it's going to get stuck. So let's check our inventory right now. First of all, I don't think we're going to have enough room for a good amount of this stuff. So let's do this. Okay, so 58 sugar canes, 1 seed. 3 stacks of seeds. 1 sugar cane. 1 full stack of wheat. More seeds. More wheat. Sticks. Okay, so I don't see any wheat in there, or reeds, I mean. Not a fan of that. That's kind of disappointing, actually. Yeah, we can get rid of this. And we don't... I'd rather have the sticks than the cobble. So, I guess a lot of the reeds were probably... Wait, did I not turn this? Oh, no, I did. Never mind. My bad. Bad call on my part. A lot of the reeds, I guess, are getting stuck. Oh, no, I don't want to do this right now. Come on. Okay. Don't. Ah, yes. Perfect. Didn't crunch that. So, there are 40 pistons on each side, which means should be 40 reeds on each side, which means I should be getting 80 if my calculations are right. That's not exactly what I got. Let's say I got 60, so I'm losing 20, which is a fourth of the reeds. It's not terrible. And I mean, this many reeds in a while, like, that's going to be enough. Trust me. I won't need any more. But still, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. And I'm going to replant this, and I'm going to be right back, and I'll show you guys once it's replanted, and we're going to work on the wiring downstairs. So see you guys in a sec. Alright, folks, I'm back, and I tended to all of my gardens, did the pumpkins, checked on the chickens, put away reeds, put away seeds, made bread out of wheat. So, alliterated. Look at all that bread. This is amazing. This is really exciting, actually. I know you guys might not think that, but I always had problems in this base with food. So, having this much food is like, what? It's awesome. It makes me happy. Now, to think about how we're going to wire this, I want to figure out exactly where everything is going to gather and where I'm going to be putting a switch. Now, I think this is here to stay. I can't really move this. So, I guess my idea... Okay, that's good. We have that out of the way. I guess my idea from here is to sort of make a little room of sorts. And from this room, we can collect and sort and, like, store agricultural type stuff, because already from this one venture I have 1.5 stacks of seeds and almost a stack of sugarcane. Depending on how many times I do this, chests could fill up pretty fast. So designing the actual room, I might do that off camera, but we'll see. Right now, what we need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the room is an odd number wide. That makes me an even number wide. That makes me very unhappy. It could be wider, but by 2. So, I guess we could do this. Well, I want to check this before I screw up any wiring. So, what we want to do, likely, is have a central point at which the reeds collect. So we're going to want the water, or at least the collection bin, to... fix yourself. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to need stairs here. This isn't going to work. We can still put that there. And make a little wall here. Okay. So what we need is a water flow. So water flow, if we put it right here, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How far does that? Right. That is perfect. That is actually, that's brilliant. Let's get a bucket of water. I think we have one right down here, actually. Oh yes, we do. Oh, this is great. Things working out as planned. That's always fantastic. So, oh, that's too much. That's too much. So yeah, I'm gonna be missing torches. Okay, so what that tells me is that it needs to be one back here, as far as I could tell, at least. So let's check this out. Let's check. Hey! I'm gonna be smashing my head on no wall. Oh, Enderman. I smell him. Or hear him. Both work. Both are accurate. So we can have a little collection drop area, and I'm going to decorate this later. Right now, what I want to do is actually make this function. So what we have to do first is I think we need to link we've got to link both of these. We have to link these two to the bottom area here, which means we've got to do some crazy operating. Oh, I don't want this to flick off, so there you go. Clean. as a whistle. Perfect. So, do I have repeaters? I do. Yes. Score. I don't know how far this will go. So actually I'll put a repeater right here, just in case, so I can sort of start fresh. And I think I'm already out of the bounds of my room, which means I should turn this a bit in here. Oh, never mind, never mind. Yeah, this is what happens when I make redstone things. They break. They never work. Okay, so we're digging out until we can. I think one more block does it. Whoa, what? Hey, don't do that. I heard that. You didn't have to scream. The fact that things are spawning in my base just frightens me. I didn't want that. I never asked for spawning in my base. You can leave, please. It's just like, it's so unpleasant to know that somewhere there's a crevice dark enough to allow for the spawning of just like pure evil. Like that creeper earlier, like what was up with that? I don't understand. I cannot fathom that. Okay, so we're probably going to need a repeater right here. That sounds good. And let's see, if we put a switch on the opposite side, we're going to get rid of the repeater right now just so we can test this. Switch. See, I'm very inexperienced. I need to try things anew every time I do them. So, let's see if that powered anything. Because if it did, oh, yes it did. Yes. Okay, so we have one thing that works. That's very good. So this will be the lever, I guess, for the well, I mean, I want both to work at the same time, so I guess I'm going to have a second little thing here. Bloop. That made perfect sense. I elaborated on that perfectly. A second little thing here. Great. That's helpful instructions. I'm actually doing... I might be a bit off my game right now because I spent yesterday evening from like 4 to 3 in the morning doing computer science problems. The class is really interesting. I am very much interested in the class. Redundancy. But oh my gosh, it is oh wow. Like the amount of work that goes into that one class is unimaginable. It is crazy talk. So, okay, I think we have wiring down for both of these for the wheat sections, which means now we need to figure out how to bring the wiring down for the reeds. And let's think this through. We essentially need to walk this wiring downwards. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. I'll be decorating all of this so it looks fancy. And next episode I'll show you guys. Also, if this episode runs a bit longer than like between 20 and 30 minutes, that's an accident. A lot of you guys in the Challenge Accepted video where I asked you a question, you were like, oh yes, we want videos that are usually like a normal time and not very long. And I was like, okay, that's reasonable. I can accept that. And so I guess I'm going to be working on making shorter episodes. And I forgot what I was doing in the scope of the actual episode. So let's actually do wiring stuff. We need to bring this... Oh, where's my bread? Where are my 43 pieces of bread? Oh, this just feels magical. Having this much bread, it is an amazing feeling. You have to be at like the potato famine to understand, but it's great. It's good. It's really great. Maybe I shouldn't have made like a starvation joke right now. Maybe that wasn't completely appropriate. Okay, doing a good job so far. Me. I don't know how deep I need to go. That's another very important question. How deep am I going? Also, let's plunk this here so we can sort of get an estimate. So, let's see. We are down there, so 1, 2, 4 blocks, I would say. 5 to be safe. 1. Whoa, okay. Okay, I guess that was kind of decided for us. Which is useful, actually, that's really great, to be honest. Except it means now that I have to break into my wiring, which I don't like doing, because it's frightening, and I worry about breaking things. But no, that was actually pretty pain-free. Let's see. We're going to need to make this spiral staircase a bit nicer. Also, a repeater. Might not be a bad idea. And we're probably going to close this area off too. Let me think about what this is. Yeah, so I can close off this little like half. I don't even like this. What is this? Oh, it's another back section. So yeah, I can have like a back door to enter into the. Oh wow, this works out perfectly. I guess off camera I'll be doing little like maintenance things like making doors and stuff like that, tiny decorations and configuring rooms. I just want to get through the wiring right now with you guys. I'm really not used to making short episodes. If I had more time, I would have been like, let's do this and this and this and this. But it's really it really is up to you guys in the long run. Actually, I read on what's his face, a speech by a guy named Conwell, I believe, and it's called Acres of Diamonds. And he talks about, well, that's actually really topical given Minecraft, but he talks about how you have to look for wealth in your own surroundings. And I just forgot why that at all referred or was meaningful in the scope of what I was doing right now. Sure. Acres of Diamonds, yeah, go read it. It's not the most fantastic speech, personally. I mean, that could be a personal opinion of mine. You may have read it and hold like deep reverence for it because it is empowering. I just don't think it's a good speech. The topic sort of, I'm not a fan. Just not my thing. Look at me talking about stuff that has absolutely no relevance to you guys whatsoever. I'm sure you guys came here to hear about the speech Acres of Diamonds by some guy who lived years and years ago and made. Actually, the guy got really super duper rich off of that speech, but that's as unimportant as the fact that he made the speech to you guys. So let's see if this all works. Technically, it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. I guess we press the button. Oh wow, that was actually nice. 15 though. Oh, I guess that's because I probably didn't have the opportunity to grow very much. So this doesn't really look like the natural center. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Did I need to carve this out? I don't think I did. Now that I look at it, maybe this wall. There should have been a wall here. And this is a very rough draft. If you're like, Grev, why are you using cobblestone? It's because there's probably not going to be cobblestone here later. Except for up here, and I might work on something to decorate that and make that a bit more not ugly. So, let's see how our farm is going upstairs, and I might actually go bone meal it for the sake of demonstration, and let's just take a look first. Okay, yeah, this needs some work. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a couple of seconds. I'm going to apply some bone meal, and then we are going to test out the whole system. See you guys in a couple of seconds. Alright folks, welcome back. Anyways, I didn't have enough bone meal for the entire field, but I got most of it, and I think in the end it'll be alright because I have like a stack and a half more of seeds. These are mostly like halfway. There are some that haven't grown at all. I think there might be 1 or 2 that have grown fully. That's not a big deal. I'm not really looking for reeds right now. Just as long as I get seeds, reeds, and wheat, at the very bottom of the collection chamber, I'll be happy because that means the machine works. And that's just going to be exciting. It'll be one of the first times I'll have something that's sort of like it made sense. Let's see. So we're going to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think all the water should have drifted, or all the things should have drifted off the sides by now, because everything's really close to edges. Although we're going to take a look. Let's go just check. If anything is wrong, we'll just press the button again, or pull the lever again. Whoa. Okay, so we know we have a problem on one side, and that's that. Also, we know that we have... Okay, so let's pull the lever, and see what's going on with the wiring. So things didn't exactly work, but we're getting close. We are very close. Pull that lever. I thought I just heard a creeper, like, hiss. But that might be... Oh, right. That's... Oh, wow. Genius. Not at all. Let's go get a repeater and fix this entire problem. Wow, what a dumb mistake. I ruined my own flawless victory by making a stupid mistake. Oh, that just sounds good. That just sounds satisfying. Oh, let's follow this up and see if everything works. Just before we even see with our own eyes the beautiful loot at the bottom of that collection bin. Because I'm actually... Oh, yes. Oh, baby. I want to get with you and take your picture. No, but seriously, this is awesome. This makes me so happy, and I think I did it within the time constraints that you guys gave me, like between 20 and 30 minutes. Boom! Okay, I think the water should have picked everything up. Is that all of it? I am... Like, that frightens me. Do I... 19... Oh, well, yeah, that there really wasn't that much. So, that's... Wow. That is just amazing. Oh, man, this makes me happy. This makes me unbelievably happy. You guys have no idea. So, I'm gonna go replant everything, but that's not at all something you need to watch. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope this wasn't a complete mess. I don't think my redstone was terrible today, so maybe, I mean, who knows. Let's go make some pigs first, though. Wow, more than a stack of bread. I feel like an impoverished child. More than a stack of bread for most of you guys probably isn't a big deal at all. But in this base, I always had trouble with food. It was like I had to either slaughter like a pig, like a contingency pig. It got hectic at times. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, leave some suggestions about what you saw in this video, stuff I should be doing, because what really keeps me going on these videos is your comments. Challenge accepted. When I ask you questions and you guys respond in like droves, like that makes me happy. That's just like bam, super happiness. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching for a third time already, and have a fantastic day.